AI can do a lot more than write captions or answer questions if you know how to use it properly. In this video, I'm going to teach you 30 real-world AI use cases that businesses, creators, and teams can actually apply today. These are not theoretical ideas. These are workflows my team and I use every single week across marketing, content creation, operations, and growth. AI plays a major role in helping us scale to 7 figures per year, and in this video, I'm breaking down exactly how it fits into our systems. By the way, if you enjoy watching practical AI tutorials like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get straight into. So the first AI use case we'll discuss is very common. I'm sure you've heard about it. It's chatting with AI. I can say, give me 5 creative marketing strategies for a coffee shop. And AI can actually chat with me, and it can help me with basically any question I can come up with. Here, it offers a range of strategies to increase foot traffic and customer loyalty. The next thing that you can do, which makes chatting with an AI much better, is that you can actually use memory. I'm going to say, use memory of our previous conversations to come up with strategic ideas for me. And now the AI will actually use memory. It'll look at recent chats. As you can see here, it went through all my previous chats and generated some ideas. And now these are tailored to me based on our previous conversations about workout routines and nutrition tips. And this is extremely useful. The next thing that you can do with AI is you can chat with AI using a web search. And you'll notice that if you hit this Tools button, you can turn on this research feature, which is actually extended research. This is deep research, not just a web search. But you can also do a basic web search, which is like searching the internet, looking at the latest trends in sustainable fashion, and coming up with blog post ideas that would resonate with eco-conscious millennials. And so it's actually going to do more. It should, in theory, use memory and then search the internet. You can see here that it's currently using web search tools and will think, then give me an answer. As you can see here, it's responding after searching the internet for current sustainable fashion movements and zero-waste clothing brands. The next thing that you can do is you can actually chat with an AI, and you can have it write in a specific style. So you'll notice that if we go to this search and tools, we can actually use style here. We can create a new style, add a custom style, and include a writing example. I'm going to paste in the text and say, this is an email I sent to a client. And I can just paste it right here, and I can hit Create Style, and now it's analyzing the writing. If you want to use Claude, the best way is to create a project. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit New Project, and I'm going to call this Professional Email Style. Then I'm going to create this project. Instead of adding it to a custom style, I'm going to go into the instructions now. I'm going to paste in that email, and I'm going to say this is an email to a client I sent previously. Please, when asked to write professional correspondence, use this style. Don't use any of the subject matter. Just use this style. And I'm just going to go save these instructions. And I'll say, please write an email to a new client introducing our web design services. And here it goes with a professional, warm tone that matches my previous client communication style. Okay, so the fifth use case of AI is speech to text. As you can see there, we can use speech to text. I can say, okay, this is amazing. Please draft a project proposal for the new client. As you can see here, I'm now using this speech to text feature with a tool called WhisperFlow. And they have a really generous free plan that you can use right now. We can use this for any of these tasks, and all I use is speech to text. I hardly ever use my keyboard anymore, except for when I'm making content like this. I'm just constantly talking into my computer, and I actually have grown to really love it. So I'm just going to add this as a use case. Speech to text with diagramming using Excalidraw. And once you learn these keyboard shortcuts, it's really fun to just add flowcharts for a customer onboarding process, right? You can add arrows showing the journey from sign up to first purchase. There's a lot of use cases for this. Project planning, process mapping, creating wireframes for apps. And it's really fun that you can just kind of use this with your voice, and I highly recommend it. So this diagramming tool is called Excalidraw. I love the font that Excalidraw uses by default, and it's just really easy to use, especially once you understand all of these different keyboard shortcuts. Another use case is converting text to diagrams using Excalidraw. And so I can type out a description like, show the stages of a product development cycle from ideation to launch. And we can go to Excel Draw and hover over this right here. We can go from text to diagram, and I can paste in the prompt. And then once we've pasted this in, we can just press Generate. And you'll see here that it will create a diagram showing the product ideation, prototyping, testing, and launch phases. And you can insert this directly into your diagram here. You can specify how you want to make it, so I'm going to say, make a circular flow diagram, and we can hit Generate. And this will actually create a different type of visualization. And look at this. You can insert this directly into your app. And we're going to be using Gemini 3 within Warp. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to open up Warp, and we're going to create a new window. And so we can actually create really high-quality games with Gemini 3 within Warp. Once you've opened and signed up for Warp, go to Gemini 3 Pro, and you'll see the model specs, which I think are really cool. And so what we can do is we can say, create a fun 2D maze game where you collect stars. And I'm going to say, use 3.js, which is a simple game engine you can use to create a web app. The cool thing about Warp is that we can create multiple things at once. Here we're creating a fun interactive solar system visualization using 3.js. We're also creating a fun landing page for my bakery, Sweet Dreams Bakery. So we're going to run these, and they are all being created in Warp at the same time. And we can switch between the different projects to see how they're developing. In the spirit of Gemini 3 being the most visual model, Google released another model that's very visual, which is actually an image model that allows you to generate images with AI. So that's exactly what I'm going to show you right now. If we go to GeminiGoogle.com, we can select this image feature. We can go to Tools and hit Create Image. And we can type in Golden Retriever puppy playing in autumn leaves. As you can see here, we can generate an image. And then it will load for a little bit. And boom, the image is now done with a beautiful puppy surrounded by orange and red leaves. The next thing you can do is edit an image with AI. We can say, please make the puppy wear a tiny red bandana and add a butterfly landing on its nose. So we can enter this, and it will edit the image we just created. And it's done. As you can see here, it took this exact puppy image. It didn't change the background or lighting, except for adding a red bandana and a delicate butterfly. The next thing you can do is replace any character in any YouTube thumbnail. So I'm going to go to a cooking channel's thumbnail. I can copy this link, go to Google, type in Get YouTube Thumbnail from URL, and we can go like this. And now, what we're going to do is paste in that link. And boom. Now we can copy this image right here. We can just copy it. We can go back to Gemini. We can paste this in and say, I want you to replace the chef in the thumbnail with a professional baker holding a cake. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a reference image of a baker. And we're going to go back to Gemini. We're going to paste it in. Keep everything the same except switch the person. And now we can run it. And so what we're doing here is generating images from reference images. And we're doing this with multiple images. You can do this with up to 14 reference images. And so it'll know to look at the original thumbnail, take the baker reference photo, and place them into this YouTube thumbnail with the same lighting and composition. We're moving forward with some enhanced edits to the existing visual. And the tool I'm going to show you is an image-generating AI tool. So here we are on aistudio.google.com. In the prompt box, I will click on the plus sign that will actually allow me to upload this original thumbnail. And we can begin editing this. Please replace the original person with a food stylist and add fresh herbs around the plate. We're going to switch this to the nano banana and click on Run. When editing these thumbnails, if I only want to change the text, I'll say change nothing except the text. Make it say easy pasta in italics in red text on a white background, in 15 minutes in white text on a dark background. And now what we're going to do is generate it, and it's done. As you can see here, it perfectly changed the text from the original to easy pasta in 15 minutes, while keeping all other elements identical. We can now also edit objects with AI, and we're going to use Nano Banana once again. And we can say, change only the grill to a wok with steam rising. I want you to change the grill to a professional wok showing stir-fried vegetables with visible steam. Make it pretty realistic. So, it should be the central focus, and the steam should add drama to the composition. And so, it went from a grill to a dramatic wok with steam, completely transforming the cooking scene. You can also edit lighting with AI, and so we can say, please add warm golden hour lighting from the left side, not too intense, to make the food look more appetizing and cinematic. Make it optimized for a cooking YouTube thumbnail. You literally don't need to know how to do professional food photography anymore. You can literally just prompt, and it's like having professional lighting equipment directly in an AI model, which is truly insane. The 17th thing that you can do with AI is changing of image background, where you can select image you want and give it a prompt to follow. We are going to upload the image we want to change. And we can say, make the background a rustic wooden kitchen counter with natural daylight. And we can generate to get out results. I want to talk about something I just think is really fun. I don't really know too many practical use cases for it, but this is a real-time image. So the prompt here is colorful hot air balloons floating over mountains. And you can see here that the image on the left is a real-time image. And so we can show it. This is fascinating for rapid ideation and concept development. The next thing you can do is enhance images with AI. The previously generated cooking thumbnail we downloaded, we are going to use appbotmarketingblocks.ai dashboard. Click on an existing project, then select AI images from AI Studio, then select Image Enhancer. We're going to hit upload, and we can upload this just like this. And here we see the image. What we're trying to do is make it crisp and very clear for professional use. And we can just hit start now. While it processes, it sharpens all the details, making the herbs look fresh and the text razor sharp. So we're going to stay with Crea for number 20. We're going to generate an image for the first frame, and then we're going to use it for a video. So I'm going to use Flux 2 Klein. What I'm going to do is use an image prompt. So I'm going to upload a photo of a mountain landscape. And we can say scenic mountain vista with a hiker standing on a rocky outcrop, arms raised in triumph, clear blue sky. And we're going to generate this. Since we're in the Generate tab, we can actually generate as many of them as we want in a row. So we can create many images of this triumphant hiker scene. As you can see here, these images have come in. We can select one of these hiker images. We can download this. And now we can go to gemini.google.com. And we're going to click on Create Video, which is Google's model, VEO3. So in the prompt box, we're going to upload this image as a start frame. Hiker celebrating on a mountain peak. Camera slowly pans across the valley below, revealing a vast wilderness. Eagle soars in the distance. So what we can do here is generate a video. And videos take longer than images, so the AI creates a cinematic sequence from our still image. Remember, we started with this image of the hiker. If you want more control, generate an end frame image and then create a video from the start and end frames. So we just downloaded this as a start frame. We are going to use Nano Banana, and what we need to do is just upload this into the image prompt. And we need to make sure we're using the same aspect ratio. And we're going to say, change nothing except make the hiker now sitting down, looking at a map. Zoom out to show more of the landscape, and add clouds rolling in from the left side of the frame. So imagine that's what we want to happen. We're going to start with the standing hiker, but we can actually choose the end frame showing them sitting with the map. You remember earlier when we were using ChatGPT or Claude in chat. You can use either ChatGPT or Claude. In this video, we're using Claude. I just use it a lot more often. And you can chat with an AI. And the thing about Claude AI is their normal desktop app. I use it, you can also use it on the web. What platform.claude.com is. This is basically the raw model, and you can actually create your own system prompt. And I can say something like, You are going to act as a creative writing coach who specializes in helping people overcome writer's block. Here you can basically just come up with whatever system prompt you want to use. So you can just use the usual Claude.ai to help you come up with a good system prompt. So I want a good system prompt for a fitness motivation coach that gives tough love but supportive advice. And here is a very effective fitness coach prompt that balances accountability with encouragement. Before we start building an app, I want to go over some more creative use cases for AI. I want to talk about sound generation. And so the first one is text-to-speech. And so we can actually create text-to-speech. And so we can say, "Welcome to today's meditation session. Take a deep breath, and let's begin our journey to inner peace." And so, what I can actually do is change the voice to something calming and soothing. So, here's one voice option for meditation content.
Welcome to today's meditation session. Take a deep breath and let's begin our journey to inner peace.
One thing you can do is train your own voice. And if you just type in Quick AI Avatar Voice on 11 Labs, you can upload an audio file of yourself talking. It only needs to be about a minute long, and it can train a voice just like this. I can actually select my custom voice, and we can generate the speech. And so it's done generating meditation guidance in my own voice, which is perfect for creating personalized meditation apps or audiobook narration. If we move on to the next use case, voice changing, we can upload an audio file. And so this audio file could be a podcast narration. We can upload the audio right here. We can play it.
Welcome to the Tech Podcast, where we discuss innovations.
And here we can change the voice. And now I'm going to change the narrator's voice, maybe to a British accent, for documentary-style content. And so I can select that voice and generate speech. That will turn what was said into a British documentary narrator's voice. Welcome to the Tech Podcast, where we discuss innovations. Another thing that you can do with AI is you can generate sound effects. And I always like to turn the prompt influence, so we can just say coffee shop ambience, espresso machine, light chatter, cups clinking. I'll make it 10 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and run this. For whatever reason, they're short, and we can say bustling coffee shop during morning rush, espresso machine steaming, ceramic cups on saucers, gentle background conversations. We can generate a realistic cafe ambience, perfect for video backgrounds or podcast intros. And the final one in the 11 Labs segment here is music generation. One thing you can do with 11 Labs is generate music. And so if you go to the Music tab, you can say upbeat electronic dance tracks, summer vibes, festival energy, driving bass lines. Then we can generate songs. And what's really cool about this is that it is the first publicly available AI music model with an API. So you can integrate it into your own applications, which is really fun. Next, we have a noise removal. And so, if I had an audio file with a lot of background noise,
Reduce the sample rate and the waveform is pixelated, creating digital distortion and noise.
like a voiceover recorded at a busy park, and I wanted to isolate the voice, this is where I would drop the files. The noise removal model will analyze the entire track and generate a new version with only the clean voice, removing all unnecessary background noise.
Reduce the sample rate and the waveform is pixelated, creating digital distortion and noise.
And so, this is a comprehensive overview of 30 use cases of different things that you can do with AI. We covered everything from basic chat applications and web search to advanced features like voice cloning, video generation, image editing, and a lot more. The key takeaway is that AI isn't just one tool. It's an entire toolkit that can enhance virtually every aspect of your work and creative process. Whether you're a content creator, developer, business owner, educator, or just someone looking to be more productive, there's an AI use case that can save you time and improve your output quality. And if you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to this channel.